Oh boy, that took way longer than I thought it would. Hi. Yeah, Cubase was having a bit of a time of it there. How's it going, Twitch? Today we are creating a batch of samples for... I can never load samples whilst talking. And the keyboard isn't working. What a great start to the day. We're making a batch of samples for a project that I'm doing, which is going to take a little over a year to complete. And the whole point of the project... Yeah, good. The whole point of the project is to create enough samples to make a decent EP, but then not touch those samples for a year. So the idea is that in a year's time, do you... Because when I make a batch of samples, it's really hard to not basically just make a song and then go from that and make the song that you were hearing when you were making the samples. And that's not really the point in doing it. I feel like if you make a batch of samples that are basically the coolest samples you can make at the time, then try and separate yourself entirely from them and then go and actually make a piece of music. I think you get a better piece of music. So I'm basically trying to put like a whole bunch of time between sample creation and the actual creation of a EP, album, whatever. Excuse me. That's the idea anyway. I might be completely wrong. Who knows? That's quite nice. There might be nothing in it at all. It might be kind of fun. There could be that nothing comes from it. I don't really know. That's all sort of what I'm trying to work out here. So the basic feel for the EP, I think, is kind of going to be... Well, it'll be somewhat experimental because it's me, but like lo-fi, jazzy, kind of hip-hop, acid, jazz, hip-hop kind of thing. Maybe, I don't know. That's sort of what I'm going for. Which may or may not come through. There's the upright bass. So what I'm doing here is basically creating little mini phrases that can then be used in a year's time when I get to make the piece of music, or 5 pieces of music. What's happened already is a few weeks ago, I'm compiling them all in this folder. A few weeks ago I made a couple different batches, so I've already got some in F minor 96 BPM and D minor 83 BPM, bass riffs. Oh, and a hook. Let's have a listen. That's pretty cool. I can tell in a year's time I'm going to hate that bass riff. But in addition to being interesting, depending on how much time you put between yourself and the samples you create, I also really like working with restrictions. So only being able to use these samples, for example, or only being able to make minor alterations to the samples, I think could be really fun. Like a fun set of restrictions to work in, because these are things that I've made, yet I'm still restricting myself with them. That's the theory. Anyway, again, could be complete trash, I don't know. So I've got 3 tracks where I basically haven't indicated a tempo or a key. So let's maybe start by doing something a little faster than these guys. So let's try for, I guess, 104 BPM, I don't know. Again, just as a way to kind of speed things up. Oh! Heck, it works. And the camera's pointing at it, sort of. Hang on, let's try and move that. Ooh. Good job. See, this is why the live stream is free. Because you get to see all the cracks. You get to see everything when it doesn't work. You get to see behind the scenes, behind the veil of professionalism. This isn't going to be worth it. What if I put you here? Then you can't see anything. This is all... Would you believe I actually prepped this in advance? Oh my god. Man, this is why the show is free. Down. I sort of don't care anymore. Worth it. Right, you know what? That is less than ideal. But also, I think, as good as you're going to get. So there's that. I'm just going to turn it off and not use it. So now that the keyboard's actually working... That's exactly why I wanted the keyboard, because now I can actually make things that sound like they're being played rather than just poking stuff in. So let's maybe... Cool. So now let's just tighten that up slightly if we need to. I always play quite softly so we can bring those all up. I'm not gonna over quantize them, I'm just gonna kind of make them a little tidier so we don't lose that. So we don't lose the feel of it. That should be there. Cool. It's a little bit tidier still. Because I'm not the greatest keyboard player in the world, not even kind of. That's a bit too short. Cool. So that's a nice little phrase by itself. Starts on an upbeat as well. Cool. So I don't really want to process stuff too much because I feel like I'm going to do that a bit Sorry, just moving stuff around. When it actually comes to track making time. So let's build some drums around that. Maybe with brushes? Oh, this kit doesn't have brushes, does it? Which kit has brushes? I could have sworn it was that one. I thought it was the vintage drummer. Excuse me, I'm making all sorts of noises today. 60s drummer? Maybe it's the ivory kit. Oh yeah, that sounds like a brush. Snare roll. There it is. That's what I wanted. Soul? I don't know. That'll do. Let's go for a different snare because I use the default quite a lot, so let's mix it up. Right. We're probably going to go is that why I went wrong with the other one? Because it was triplets. I'm just having trouble thinking of. Oh, excuse me. That could be, I think, just a bit more subtle. Let's go 16ths. Something like that. Emphasis on that offbeat slightly. That works quite well. Or maybe move those over. I'm just sort of playing around with sounds at the moment. Maybe that needs to be triplets then. Eighth triplets. Oops. the same, really, wasn't it? I've lost all sense of personality from it now, but I don't care. All sense of actually playing it. We're getting rid of that. Off. That should be there. Bit of variance there. Nice. Let's add a bit of noise. Cool. What's the stop do? Oh, okay. Cool, so together. Cool, does it repeat? It needs that pickup, doesn't it? Duh. Cool. So let's try and add in. What chords would sound nice over that? Or an E. Yeah, something like that. Oh, come on. I wish there was a way to not quantize it quite so much. Let's maybe stick a bit more in the left hand. Let's maybe do sevens in some of those as well. Let's make them a bit bolder as well. And maybe throw some of the rhythms off. I know there's easier ways to do this, but I do not care right now. Not actually easier for me. I'm used to doing it this way. Maybe I just like things. Maybe I like making things hard for myself. Cool. I like it. How does it sound on organ? Quite nice. And piano has a bit more interest to it. Let's come up with an alternate phrase for that piano. So something that has essentially the same effect, but is maybe, I don't know, more reliant on the left hand. Let's see what this does. How does this sound? Maybe higher. I was trying to think if there's something that the left hand could do that then frees up the right hand. So maybe do like a little melody or something. I don't know what, but maybe that should be in the organ. Yeah, let's come up with a organ line. So it's basically just an E. And then an E7. And a sus. Come on. Trying to get rid of those little extra notes, but the problem is they sound really quite nice. That should probably be sus as well. How does that sound with the piano? Pretty bad. Let's put that all in the bin. Maybe we have like a organ melody. So all I'm really doing there is just, I've got that nice E minor arpeggio, and I'm just adding in the F sharp. Turn the volume up a bit. E minor, E, G, B, add in the F sharp, D at the bottom, and then kind of doing the same thing, just like raking across D major and adding the D sharp at the very end where we've got that chromatic line. And then maybe something like that. I don't know. What we're going to do is duplicate that a whole buttload, and I'm just going to vamp for a little bit and see what we get at the end of it. It might all be trash. I don't know. there's something in there. That's a lot of notes. Where's that bit towards the end? Not that bit, the bit before. Out was this bit. That's quite cool. I also missed out, apparently. I'm going to lower that one so I can raise all the rest. Oh, that one. That's quite cool. I don't want to change that much, actually. I quite like that as is. What was this one? It's a bit messy. I don't know. That's quite cool. Yeah, actually those by themselves. Everything else in the bin. So we've got 2 organ melodies. I can raise the volume of that track, actually. That's quite nice. So another thing I want to try is creating some hits. I've basically got those in the bag. I want to try making some hits of individual chords. So these are the sort of thing that you could load into like a machine or battery or something, and use as like stabs, I guess. So we're going to create a few different ones down here. I want silence. It's quite nice. let's duplicate that as well. Cool. So those are the basic ones. So let's have some chords, or we'll start with root notes, won't we? So E. How long are they going to last? Half a bar. Open that. Cool. And we'll offset some of these as well, just to make some nice variety. Cool. We'll lower them a bit. Cool. So organ's going to do high octaves. Maybe we'll do stacked octaves. Yeah. Cool. And then piano's going to do actual chords. So let's maybe go left hand fifths. And then right hand triads. But we'll do first inversion. Oh, that'll need to be major. B. Major C. Yeah, that's all fine. Lower velocity, I think. A bit longer. They just sound a bit stark, so maybe we'll stick the sustain pedal on. Again, this could be a terrible idea. I might undo all of this. I haven't decided yet. Hey, no dropped frames. That's cool. Just thought I'd check. Sustain, there it is. So we'll sustain for most of a bar, I guess. Maybe a bit longer. Let's do quite a long sustain for those. Oops. What do I keep doing? And I'll change the bass and the organ to be held for a bit longer as well. I can perhaps explain what I mean. What the purpose of these hits is. So let's add. That's not what I want. Add an effects track, which all of these guys are going to. Send to FX1 minus about 8. Copy send. Paste send. Paste send. Paste send. That is the coolest thing. I'm so glad you can do that now. So we're going to add. I'm going to save. We're going to add a little bit of reverb. like a bit of a room of some kind. Short snaring. Just a little bit of that. Yeah. Then I'm going to add EQ, but it's going to be at the bottom. Or the last thing, because I just want to get rid of some of the low end crap. That's a bit better. And then a bit of shine at the top. That's nice. We are then going to add a bit of crap. We are going to add a tube. That's quite nice. And then a little bit more reverb. Where's it gone? Maybe we use a different... I should have like a nice Native Instruments. Oh, here we are. Small hall, slapback, drum, bass. Live stage. It's quite nice. Cool. So yeah, bass we're going to hold a bit longer. So like a bar and a bit, wasn't it? Oh yeah, it's got the hand off noise, so we'll get rid of that. And organ's going to be held a bit longer as well. Cool. So then I'll export these. And then I can kind of explain the purpose for them. Audio project folder, jazz, hit C. Yep. What was it? GAB. Hit G. Hit A. And I've not added major or minor, but I don't care. And then hit B. So then if find the folder, that's good. Where have you gone? Dusty Jazz, there it is. If I add an instance of Battery by Native Instruments, one of my favorites, you can do it. Right, so now I can add, in theory, hit A, enter that, hit B, enter that, hit C, enter that, and hit G. Ah, they're alphabetized. That is going to be annoying. So it's... Oh, did I type A? Oh, that was dumb of me. Why did I think it was C? Right, hang about. E, G, A. So I just named that one C for some reason. Why did I think it was C? Very strange. E. So what we can do is add all of these guys to the same group. See here how they don't crowd over each other anymore. I'm going to change the velocity. Actually, let's do that for all of them. Volume envelope, less release. That was decay. Oopsie. Let's do it for all of them. No attack. Bit of hold. That's quite cool. And we'll send it for a reverb here as well. Right, now, do I have a way to MIDI learn? I must do. There it is, right. Can you even see that? That is what I'm basically trying to do. And then what's cool about that is you can always try and mix it in with another kind of kit. Just as an example. So I'm not the best. I'm not the best pad user in the world. But something like this. What would be? You get the idea. Yeah, I can't do pads. You know what I mean, though. So maybe we'll do a few more of them, because we can have up to 8 on this. Well, not that I'm going to necessarily be sticking to that. But that maybe gives you an idea of what I'm trying to do with the samples and stuff. Where are we at time-wise? Nearly an hour. Okay. So let's start to think about exporting some of these. Sorry, I can't talk today. Or any other day. I guess we need like a drum fill intro type thing. And we definitely need a variation. So I'm just going to do like a fill. I think we've got a bit too much reverb actually on there. I'll actually tell you what, that's what I wanted. Tings. Cool. So drum intro. That'll do. Let's throw some of these off. Just to make it feel a bit more human. How does that sound? Some of these brushes we can make a bit longer perhaps. Cool. So that's variation 1 for the drums. Let's do another variation of them. Start from the beginning. What about that? Try that. Oops. Yeah, I'm just trying out a few different things. I quite like that actually. Cool. So that's a couple different variations of each section. Cool. So let's do drums first. So we have a drum intro. Jazz audio, yeah, that's fine. Got a drum intro. Let's leave a tail there for when we need it. Drum phrase A. And drum phrase B. Cool, and then we'll do organ, melody, 2, and we'll also do that mono. Organ, melody, 1. Cool, now onto the bass, which will again be solo, which will again be mono, excuse me. Bass, intro, and actually we've only got one bass line, haven't we? I'll do a... Oh, we wanted the stop sound, didn't we? Cool. So, export, bass, riff, mono, yep. Oh, hang on. Try that again. Export, bass, riff, there we go. Cool, this is the super boring bit, by the way, so kudos if you're stuck around here. That's exactly the same there, so piano. We'll add a final chord on there as well. Oops. Cool. Export. Piano, phrase A, not mono. Export, and then we'll stick that same chord on the end there. Cool. I'll actually tell you what, let's fan that out a bit. Cool. We'll change the velocity as well because we can. Cool. File export. Phrase B. Right. Cool. That's where I'm going to leave it for today, ladies and gents. Thanks for hanging out whilst I make dumb noises. So I'm going to... I don't know if I'll do these as streams, but I'm going to basically make a whole bunch more dumb noises. And then, yeah, in a year's time, I've got to try and turn them into an EP, which could be really fun. It's going to be a bit challenging, but I quite like the restriction I'm putting on myself there. Do I need to say anything else? Come find me on Twitter. At LT Guitarist. If you're not following me on Twitch and you want to follow me on Twitch, that would be amazing. If you want to subscribe on YouTube because you're watching the archive of this, that's also cool. Or if you're on Twitch, you can come find me on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you can come find me on Twitch. And all other kinds of promotional phrases. See you next Friday, 4 PM GMT. Until then, toodaloo.